it gets tiring. I think the Brazilian attitude is very much like the Southern European attitude. In Mexico, I think they have the same type of attitude. I lived in Mexico. It's just take life as it comes and just try to just be as happy as your community. But if you laugh and you smile about things, even just your facial expressions, it changes your mood and your outlook.
Here in Italy, the idea, and I think you guys discussed this already as well on the channel, and I totally agree with that. The Italians, they are used to have, traditional work, like producing their own salami or their own wine or whatever, their own food. They cook, they don't buy industrial, they are not. So when things collapse, this is the thing that kind of saves the country. The people organizing around the basics. And I think Italy has this thing still very, but that was worldwide. What you just said, when I think about Brazil, we had, the coup, the political coup against Dilma Rousseff, then 2 years of Temer, then Bolsonaro, and then things got completely out of rail. Then Lula's back. People are just tired. What I can recently feel after Lula, I'm not there. I'm talking more from what I hear from people, but it looks like people got tired of politics. I don't want to. 4 years from now, we see what's happening. I don't care anymore. It's
so chaotic. It's so chaotic what's going on, and it's so depressing what's going on. And you're right. Whether you're looking at Brazil or whether you're looking at Italy or Greece, these countries, we've just been trampled on year after year by our leaders, and sometimes not even our leaders. So sometimes people from outside who are dictating to us. It gets tiring, and it's on a very personal level too. It's not just on a political elite. It's not oligarch going against oligarch, where you can just sit there and say, okay, whatever, these two uber rich guys are fighting. Who cares? Or these two big politicians are fighting. No, they're going after your money. They're going after your savings. They're going after your livelihood. It's very personal. The wars that have been waged on the people have been very, very personal.
Yeah. How do you wake up every day and produce these fantastic videos with such a great humor in the middle of that? I try. That was a great inspiration to myself. But sometimes it's very hard. Sometimes I talk to, I do some, chip chat live stream, and I talk to people. I'm just tired of watching this grace. How do you keep going, keep walking?
I don't know. I don't talk to many people, to be quite honest.
I mean,
I don't talk to many people. I just, if you don't laugh, you cry. I say that all the time. So
that's a Brazilian saying as well.
Yeah. It's a okay. Yeah, and you know what else? You joke around, you smile, you laugh. I'm a big believer in the power of body language, and it is true. You can be very, very upset about things and very depressed about many things, whether they're personal, whether they're going on in politics or your community. But if you laugh and you smile about things, even just your facial expressions, it changes your mood and your outlook. Do problems go away? No. I mean, obviously they don't go away, and sometimes you have to think about things and make decisions about things. Sometimes you have to make very big decisions, and sometimes things are just completely out of your control, like what we cover. We cover things which are really out of our control.
Yeah.
Right. But my attitude with my channel is I'm not the smartest person in the world. I'm not the most extroverted person in the world. I'm not the best analyst in the world, but if I can just put out a good show every day and just give good information, and maybe, people that are watching, if they kind of laugh along with me or laugh at the stupid stuff that I say, the people in the comments that, make fun of me or say, oh, you're being ridiculous, or you say stupid stuff. I know that I'm joking around. That's fine. I mean, I'm not so concerned about that. I'm more concerned about the people that are watching, and if they can, watch my video for 30 minutes and just kind of come out of that video, and the little pressure is released. It's all good.
As I was telling you before, I have this weekly show more or less with Larry Johnson, and Larry Johnson is hilarious.
Yeah, he has an excellent sense of humor.
He has an excellent sense of humor, and I post it on TikTok. I do the chops and post it on TikTok as well. And someone just comment, "You laugh too much." Well, dude.
Good.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's what I think. Good.
Yeah.
And please.
No. I mean, on the laughing thing, I remember when I first moved to Greece, and I came from the U.S. and I moved to Greece. In the U.S., when I was living there, you were taught as a kid to laugh and to smile, right? That's what I was taught in my school and in my family. Smile, laugh. Mm-hmm. It's good to do these things. In Greece, when I went to Greece, it's a lot of the Greek culture is you laugh amongst your friends, but when you're out in public, when you're doing it, back when I first moved to Greece, it was, everyone was very, so when you would go out at night, and you would go to the cafes or the bars or something like that, if you were a guy, you had to present yourself as very serious. And I remember I was at one cafe bar, and one of my buddies was there, Greek guy, and he's like, dude, stop smiling. Stop smiling, man. People are going to be looking at you like you're some stupid guy. I'm like, what do you want me to do, man? I'm out. It's like, look serious. If you look serious, it's better.
I don't even know if I can do that. I would look very stupid.
Okay. I'm like, oh boy, maybe I didn't move to the right country.
You definitely should have moved to Brazil. That's for sure.
I have two of my best friends are, one of my best friends lived in Brazil for 5 years. Another one of my best friends is from Brazil.
Oh, cool.
So, and I haven't been yet, which is odd, but I get along really well with people from Brazil. At least I think I do. I'll go and visit and see.
Well, so far, I think we're doing well here. So
yeah,
I think we're not very hard to.
I think it's the same attitude that they have. I think the Brazilian attitude is very much like the Southern European attitude. In Mexico, I think they have the same type of attitude. I lived in Mexico. Mm-hmm. Just take life as it comes, and just try to just be as happy as you can be.
Yeah, years ago, because when all these things started, the SMO, because I was never too keen into geopolitics. I was taking care of my business. And when all this started, I have a Russian friend from CERN, where I used to work for a couple of years, that I called him and said, dude, what's going on? Exactly when the SMO started, dude, what's going on? And I was even joking with him, just call your uncle, tell him to go back home, Uncle Vlad. And that we always had a very, very relaxed type of relation. And at that moment, he was very serious. He said, I cannot, things are sad, but sometimes things need to happen. And then I got curious, what the hell is going on? Because he looked too serious to me. And then he sent me a video from Gonzalo Lira. Mm. And that's when basically I started to understand what was going on. I saw the videos and I started following Gonzalo Lira's channels, multiple channels. That's where I came to meet the Duran. That's when I came to meet, Larry Johnson, and everybody that now come to the channel was basically came from Gonzalo. Yeah. And at some point, I think I even commented that in your video, or Alexander, or even in all the channels of the Duran. You guys are a drop of sanity for everyday life for people. The work that you do is really very important. The way that you do is a drop of sanity on this crazy world. And now, interestingly enough, I have a very small channel, and I'm here for 1.5 years, something like that. But I have people commenting this in my channel, and this is so, feels so good. This is the kind of thing that we have to grab. That we are doing something amazing. That not me. I'm just trying, but you guys are doing something amazing.